What's going on, guys? Pdaaaawg here, and welcome to a very special video. I make this, I think it's yearly or annually I make these videos, but basically it's to celebrate several years of me being on YouTube. This time it is my 2-year anniversary. Well, I say that, but it's not really my 2-year anniversary because it's actually going to be my 2-year anniversary this time next week, alright? And it's also going to coincide with my 300th video. As you can see at the moment, unless you're watching this a bit later on, in that case, you know, hello, person from the future. But as you can probably tell, this is my 299th video on YouTube, and I figured it was only fitting that whenever the two collide, my 2-year anniversary and my 300th video, I should make it a big spectacular moment, alright? So I've got a brilliant video planned up. You guys are gonna love it. This time next week I will upload it on January 27th. You guys be there because it's gonna be absolutely spectacular, alright? It's so good, alright, but you guys better see that, okay? I'll link it maybe in this video, you never know. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the year that passed in 2012. Most people would do this, like, you know, early December or late December, early January. But I figured since my YouTube channel's year anniversary is in January, I figured I might as well just make it then, you know, and just include the month of January 2013. So 2012 has been a very interesting year for me, to say the least. I mean, so much different stuff happened. We broke so many of my goals and milestones I wanted, and I mean, it's absolutely fantastic what we achieved. So let's think about some stuff that we did. Like, a few games came out that I played. So most of which I probably didn't make any footage of. Like Borderlands 2, I didn't make any footage of. Just some other stuff that I got. Like WWE 13, I made some videos of, but not that much. Black Ops 2, I made some videos of, but not that much. But I mean, for the most part, it was still Street Fighter that was my main priority. So throughout 2012, Street Fighter was still a big part of my YouTube channel. I was still uploading ranked sets, and I started a few new series. Like I started fighting tips and fighting talk, which I may resume. I probably will. I think I said that in my playlist video that I made. I'll probably resume that at some point. I'm not too sure when. So I got all that stuff going on. I'm not sure if that's Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out. That's an interesting game we have to talk about. I mean, that game, I remember I made my Dutch to the Pdaaaawg, I think it was episode 12, was a 3-parter, where I was like, oh, this game's gonna be amazing. I still haven't made the 3rd part. I'm gonna wait until version 2013 comes out, and then I'll have the full recap of what's going on with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But yeah, I was like, oh, this game's gonna be amazing, and then I got the game and I was like, oh, well, it's alright, and no, I was hiding the fact that I hated the game, right? I really didn't like the game in the first few weeks it came out. At the moment, I'm starting to kind of get used to it. Like, it wasn't because I wasn't used to it. It was because, oh, I'm getting beat, I hate this game, this game's the worst. But I mean, it's just because of a lot of people I was friends with, they're all saying this game's really bad. I feel like we got really hyped about it. Like, if you remember, Sandman made that Sandbox video all about it. We did Quest to be the best, and it just all didn't work out. The game just didn't hold up. So hopefully version 2013 this year will actually, in fact, I think it comes out the same week. I think it comes out next week, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it does. It comes out the same week as my 300th video anniversary, and the Revolution map pack for Black Ops 2. And I think no. Sorry, no, I was trying to think of someone else there. No, but anyway, so we may resume Quest to be the best. Of version 2013 actually is quite good, and we'll decide that later on. A few more interesting stuff happened. In terms of milestones that we broke, we broke so many milestones. Honestly, I anticipated myself. Oh, maybe I'll creep up, because I'm one of those guys where it's I've gained maybe 1 subscriber, maybe every 3 or 4 days, and that's being generous. There was a long time where I had no subscribers. Well, I did have subscribers, but I wasn't gaining any. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, I shot up, and I know exactly why I did, so I'm going to talk about that later on in this video. The people that were still with me were still there. Matt was still with me, Sandman was still with me, you know, Cal, Cameron was still support. Cameron doesn't really appear that much in my videos, but I mean, he's a good friend of mine, in real life, so I mean, I gotta give him a little bit of credit in this. Matt has obviously appeared in a load of my videos. He appeared in Left 4 Dead, he appeared in what video did he did appear in another, he appeared in WWE 13 in the Christmas Extravaganza video, and the Extravaganza video, in case any of you guys haven't checked that out. He appeared in some other stuff, Worms he appeared in. we actually bought Peggle and we were considering doing some videos of that. You never know, we might still do that. Like Cal, I didn't really play with him that much this like I did play with him like quite a bit, but it wasn't really like as much as I'd hoped. You know, hopefully we can get in touch a bit more and then we can start playing again, like properly. You know, play some Quest to be the best. I'd love to do that again. It was just quite a lot of hassle to do it. Play some Street Fighter 4. I'm not too sure if you guys actually want to see that footage of the two of us playing Street Fighter 4. I mean, it's just like us like playing. Like it's not really too spectacular. It isn't like I'm playing ranked or I'm like making fun of the people that I'm beating down or I'm like getting salty or anything. It's just kind of like two friends playing Street Fighter, so it's not really that important. So, in addition to that, something really big happened to my channel as well. Like, we broke 100 subscribers and I couldn't believe that. Like, my tutorial that I made for Jury is still my most viewed video with over 6,000 views. I did not expect that at all. Like, all my tutorials have about... My Dudley tutorials probably last with about 500 views, but then it goes like from 1,000 up, like maybe 2,000 up perhaps. Like my Ryu changes has about, I'm not sure how many they have. My Evil Ryu tutorial has between like 2,500 to 5,000 views. My Jury tutorial, the first part has 6,000, the other one has about 3,000. Like it's crazy the views I was getting in those videos, and and I'm contemplating doing more tutorials because they're so popular and they're so well received. You know, maybe if I play some more characters, like if you guys have been seeing my rehab videos I've been releasing, if I get good ones characters, I might make a tutorial on them. You know, we never know. So, I'm against making tutorials for characters I already know about. If stuff goes ahead, I have plans for a much bigger tutorial I'm planning on making, but I mean that's in the very far future. I mean, so I'm not really thinking about it that much, but. We broke 100 subscribers and I was like, wow, this is amazing, like I can't believe it. That was without the help of like other people. Like obviously some people did help out, like some people might have spread the word, but I mean there was a big help that I got later on this year, or later on last year, which I'll definitely mention later on, and it was mad what was going on, so... And then if I thought like that was going to be the all-time high, that's it. I don't think I'm going to get any higher than 100. Currently, we have 163 subscribers and about 46,950 video views. And I mean, I am like so surprised and I'm so happy that we achieved that. Like I was fucking getting excited and like my Christmas video and I was like, oh maybe we could get 150. We like in the span of like 2 or 3 weeks we gained 13 subscribers. I mean it's mad. Like I cannot believe it, and there's a very big reason as to why I did so, and I'm gonna explain this now, alright? In April of this year, actually no, let's go a bit further back. In February of this year, I made the King of Fate podcast, which is another big thing that I did in 2012. I made the King of Fate podcast. That lasted until about August, I believe. So I did a pretty good job. Like I maintained it for that whole time. Maybe I did it in January. I don't even know. But it was January, February. I think it might have been the first week of February that I did it. So I did all that for the first 2 months or so. It was going swimmingly, and then a guy that I was actually following called the Air Raid Lord, or Chris, so you guys probably know him. He sent me a message and he was like, "Hey, do you want me to be in the podcast?" It's a pretty long story, so I might save it for another video. Like I have plans for that as well, so I might like cut this a bit short. So basically, we interviewed him for the podcast, and then he started talking to me, and then I can't really click my fingers. I'll just go. And we just clicked from there. So it was mad what happened. Like the two of us had like really late night talks and stuff, and we were like talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. We both had like the same interests. We're both like freakishly the same. It's really crazy. He gifted me the book that I have right here. I actually was prepared to talk about him. That I actually had his book laid out here. And the thing that's really special about this book is not obvious. Like the book itself is really good, obviously. And he actually read it to me as well, but that's a story for another day. But another important thing that came with this is actually what happened here. If you guys can see that, let me see in the camera if you can see that. Yeah, you can. As you can see, it has signatures of everyone that's considered in the DSP crew. As you can see, that's Chris Leduc, or the Air Raid Lord, OJ, Darkside Phil, obviously the main person of it, and John Rambo. He's actually developing his own guy, like he's developing his own persona in his channel, and he's going very well with his podcast as well. And the two of us, like we exchanged gifts. He got me that for me getting him Ratchet and Clank. If you guys remember that, you probably, if you're following my channel but don't follow his, you won't know that. But basically, I gifted him Ratchet and Clank. We both paid for our separate gifts. Like, I paid for the book and he paid for the game, but we both paid for the shipping costs. So I paid for the shipping costs of Ratchet and Clank from my house over to his house, over to his summer house, and he paid for the packaging from his house to my house for the book. So that's pretty much what happened. And Christmas time, if you guys remember, actually I did an unboxing for that as well, like the very first Pdaaaawg unboxes, which has been getting some pretty high views. I didn't even realise that. It's mad. And then in addition, the other Pdaaaawg unboxes, which like kickstarted my Christmas special, was of the other stuff. Like I got calendar right here, you know, whoo, and I've also got. In fact, I might actually lift the camera for this one. Whoo! I have. There's this letter that he sent me. Sorry for the light. There we go. I actually have the letter that he sent me as well. I have it stuck up on my wall. You know, the pride and glory, and this probably isn't in the right position as it was before, but I'm very sorry if it is or isn't. So we did all that, and he's considered. I consider him one of my closest friends right now. Like he's definitely one of the go-to guys if I ever need to talk to someone. If like he's online, go immediately. Like talk to him and Matt and Sandman and stuff, and like those guys are like the people that I always go straight to whenever I want to talk to someone. It's really good. And also, if it wasn't for him, like the second biggest thing that happened to my, like another really big thing that happened to my channel also wouldn't have happened. Like if you guys remember, in my very first Dose of the Pdaaaawg, I actually spoke about how DSP was like one of my, like someone I really admired, and keep in mind that was back in like sometime like 2011, like I think it was like early 2011, like April 2011 perhaps. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a very long time ago when I said that, and I've been following him since 2009, and I mean it was crazy because for the first time ever I actually got to play with him in a private playthrough. It wasn't like one of those fan, like if you guys remember, I made that, like it was that Street Fighter 4 match that I played against him with Jerry, and I was a flipping scrub, and I mashed EX dive kick and actually worked and I hit the ultra, and I was like, oh, and everyone was like flipping coming in their pants. But I mean that wasn't really anything that special. I mean it's fan appreciation. I mean let's be honest, like, anyone can get on that. So to actually be in a playthrough of his with like this kind of like excluded to fans, well no, that's kind of a harsh way to put it, but I mean like it just had Chris, Nestor, who's another person I'm going to talk about in a little while, and DSP, and then me, I was thrown in there, and it was crazy because it was so much fun. And another good thing that happened from that was whenever the footage was done, like, it was such a blast playing with him, like someone that I really respected, and I wouldn't say idolized obviously, but someone that I like someone that I followed for so long, to finally actually play with him, and even before like we played matches, like we would talk to each other, and it was so good. And like I was really expecting such a negative reaction from people, like people being like, oh my gosh, because I was going in there as Chris's friend, so, and Chris isn't really that well respected, and, well not respected, but not very well liked in the DSP community, and people were like, oh, Arid Lord, I hate him, he's so bad, like, oh, he's a stalker, he's a DSP wannabe, and then me coming in being, oh hey, I'm Chris's friend, they'd be like, oh my gosh, he's bringing in like people that we don't even know, and flipping idiot. But I mean, the review, like what people have said in the comments are actually so nice. Like I've seen in the comments, like people are going like, yeah, this guy's really good, and you know he's really funny. Some guy said it sounded like Soap McTavish. Like people were saying that I have to be in more playthroughs, which I plan to be, by the way. I'll speak about that a little bit later as well. So actually, hold on. Speaking of, I'll speak about that a little bit later. How far are we into this? 13 minutes. Flip me. Alright, so I'll try and like speed through these parts. So like, it was so well received, and it was probably because I was a part of the King of Hate community. I signed up on the kingoфhate.com on like the first day or so under the name Pdaaaawg. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out because I had DSP in my name, so I had to remove it. So I'm just Pdaaaawg. Hence why, if you go to that, it says like signed up December 2010, even though it wasn't. It was I'm actually signed up October 2010, but never mind. So anyway. So I guess it was because I was so well recognized, and I did the podcast before that, so people were probably like, oh, I recognize him, you know, and I must have not been that bad in the playthrough that people will be saying that. If you guys, like, you know, I really don't like to be sounding like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I do think that I was really successful for me, and like, if you don't believe me, you can go check out the videos. They're Black Ops, you know, Transit and Grieving Mode. It was really fun. Chris also introduced me to Nestor, or Kurochado, as some of you may know him on Xbox and YouTube. Very successful YouTube channel. He's got about 3,000 and so subscribers. Like, it's so weird because whenever the two of us, like Chris just kind of went, oh, it's Kurochado, let's invite him, and I was like, Kuro who? Like, I had kind of heard of him in DSP's playthroughs, but I was like, okay, that's weird. So, he joined the party, and then Chris was like, oh, I've got to go, and I was like, okay, so I guess this is some sort of like blind date. So then we started talking, and then I'm going to do this again. And then we clicked instantly as well. We both had hobbies and like Street Fighter and like Call of Duty and YouTube and stuff and DSP. Like, so we instantly clicked together. Now he's one of the other people I would talk to quite a lot as well. Like we would play Black Ops 2 together quite a lot. So, and he's a really good Black Ops 2 player, by the way. I might link his channel. I'm gonna link the channel of all the people I've been mentioning here in the description because it's been an amazing year for me. I'll put it that way. And then in addition to that, I've also met people like Howard. Howard, we just jumped into a random GTA 4 match with him, like me and Chris. And then ever since then, we didn't really click per se, but I mean, like I do like a lot of stuff with him now, like Black Ops 2 Zombies. Coach Shadow was like, oh, do you want to play with Howard? And I was like, alright. And then like we would play with that. And now he's another guy that I would play Black Ops 2 with quite a lot, like the Zombies, which I still haven't done the Easter egg for, by the way. I'm gonna have to do that soon enough. So we've done all that, and I mean, it's crazy what's going on. So. And also maybe more DSP playthroughs, one of which may be happening as soon as, like, you never know what might happen, like, it's crazy. So anyway, very good year for me. I'm starting to stutter now because I'm so excited. Very good year for me. I mean, just looking back at my channel over the past year, like seeing all the progress I've made with my tutorials and with like the fan base I've been getting. I wouldn't really call it a fan base because I mean, like, it's not like I have like a forum dedicated to me or anything. You never know, I might have, but like it's not as if I have a forum dedicated to me and people are like, oh, he's so amazing. But I do get like comments like, you know, oh, you really helped me out, or oh, you're really funny, I really like your channels. Like, it really warms my heart and it really motivates me to do these a lot more. And that's why like I'm starting to take this a bit more seriously. Like I don't want to like make this series die out, and I don't want to like go a very long time without uploading a video. I actually want to like stay, you know, proper to this, and you know, I'm gonna make more series to come, you know, more series to continue, you know, and you never know what happens. Maybe, you know, God forbid, maybe I could even get like an HD recording software, get a new computer, you know, save up obviously, maybe get a job, and because I'm still in school, so in case any of you think I'm like a lazy bum and that's all I do, like I do go to school and stuff, so my time's pretty occupied and go to a pretty good school. And I mean, if I could like do all that and give you even better quality, like who knows what it could bring. So I mean, like 163 subscribers and 46,950 video views. I mean, if I'm making so much progress, I mean, who knows what the future holds. So here ends my 299th video. My name's Pdaaaawg, and I'll see you next week for my montage. My name's Pdaaaawg again, and I'll see you guys next time.